Greetings, class. I'll be your instructor for this topic. Next topic, 1.2 Environmental Protection. I am ABFC Cooper. Background about myself. I have completed 7 deployments. I've been attached to 3 ships. I've completed 5 planned maintenance availabilities. I've also completed an individual RMT in Afghanistan. In this topic, we will talk about environmental protection and the ABF responsibility for a safe planet. For my safeties, in case of a fire, flood, or natural disaster, you enter this classroom, make a right, make another right, and we must stay outside in the parking lot to ensure everyone is safe and secure. Keep in mind, safety is always paramount. Participation is key. Please take notes. Do your best. Also, this topic will come in handy and share what you learned, not just this topic, but throughout the duration of this course with your peers on your ship. Environmental protection fits into this course because as ABFs, it's our job and duty to ensure that we keep a safe environment. Ask questions. Keep in mind, you will need a minimum of 75% or above to pass the computer-based test. By show of hands, who's concerned about the environment? Outstanding, vast majority. Are there any questions on our previous topic before we roll into our lesson?
No, Chief.
All right, let's go into our objectives. Our terminal objective, using applicable publications, the training will demonstrate a knowledge in writing of the shipboard aviation fuels program. Also, our enabling objective, to identify the types, laws, instructions, causes, signs, and methods of prevention of pollution in accordance with environmental and natural resources protection program. Are there any questions on our terminal objective and or our enabling objective?
No, Chief.
Very well. So moving to our technical publications. A technical publication pertaining to this topic. Please take time to write it down. Our Bible in ABF world, Aviation Fuels Operation Sequence System. System and manuals for applicable vessels. Also, we back to OPNAV Instruction 59.1, Environmental and Natural Resources Protection Manual. Any questions about our technical publications?
No, Chief.
Very well. We move to our introduction. Can I get a volunteer to read our introduction? Yes, before HUD.
Environmental protection is everybody's responsibility to ensure a safe environment and reduce the amount of hazardous material pumped overboard.
Thank you, before HUD. Okay, so now we're moving to our types of pollution. As you can see, these are our types of pollution. Our most severe type of pollution is oil pollution. Remember that. It's key that you remember that. Remember, anything that upsets the environment is a type of pollution. Are there any questions on the slide?
No, Chief.
Now we're going to move into our laws regulating pollution. We have our 1924, our 1972, and our 19 also pertaining to our 1924, we also report to the U.S. Coast Guard. All under the command, the CNO directives, Environmental Protection Manual. Are there any questions pertaining to these 2 laws?
No, Chief.
Now we're moving to the causes of spills. We have 2 types, accidental and intentional discharge. Any questions on the slide when it comes to spills?
No, Chief.
Okay, moving on. These are our types of spills, also pertaining to the location and the size. Key that you remember that. Remember, location and size. Also, we have a minor, medium, and major. Any questions on the slide?
No, Chief.
Then we'll talk about our methods of spill prevention. So I have questions. The first question I have for you all is, what type of pollution is most severe? Yes, ABF 100.
Oil pollution, Chief.
Brilliant. Absolutely, it's oil pollution. Another question I have. Who do we report any fuel spill to? ABF 100.
Chain of command, Chief.
Outstanding. You report any spill, no matter if small or large, how big it is, to your chain of command. I have another question. How much fuel is reportable? ABF 100.
Any amount of fuel is reportable, Chief.
Magnificent. Any amount of fuel is reportable. All right, now, so now we're going to move into our methods of spill prevention. We have 3. Preventive, operational, and shipboard. Any questions on this slide?
No, Chief.
Very well. So now we're going to move into containment methods. Containment methods is, the one you're probably most familiar with, is our oil boom, which surrounds your ship. The color of it is orange. It's an orange boom. Any questions on containment methods?
No, Chief.
Very well. So, quick sea story. USS Nimitz, when I was a junior sailor, we had an issue with fuel spills, primarily because sailors wasn't operating in accordance with our aviation fuel operations system. Just keep that in mind. When you operate, you read stuff, you do stuff. It can keep you out of trouble, keep fuel out of unnecessary spaces and where they're supposed to be, and also keep you from going to captain mast. Keep that in mind, shipmates. Any further questions before we proceed?
No, Chief.
Very well. All right, so we're going to move into our summary and review. Any questions before I go into my summary and review?
No, Chief.
Shipmates, I am confident that y'all have a better understanding on how environmental protection and IOQ 5911 works. So moving to the summary and review. Types of pollution, as we discussed. Our most severe is oil pollution. So our laws regulate pollution. You have your 1924 Act and your 1972 Act. 2 types of spills. Size and location, keep that in mind. Methods of spill prevention. We discussed that. And we have our containment methods, which was, as I stated earlier, the boom around your ship. Are there any questions on my summary review?
No, Chief.
Okay, great. I have questions for you. First question I have. What is one type of pollution? Yes, ABF 1.
Oil pollution, Chief.
Magnificent. Oil pollution. I have another question. What does the Federal Water Pollution Control Act, who does that apply to? ABF 100.
All hands, Chief.
Outstanding. It applies to all hands. All hands. Next question. What 2 factors determine the size of a spill? Yes, ABF 1.
Size and location, Chief.
Brilliant answer. Size and location. Are there any questions on my summary review? Again, for our safeties, in case of a fire, flooding, or natural disaster, we exit the classroom, make a right, make another right. We must stay outside the parking lot to ensure everyone is safe and secure. I am Chief IOQ ICO Cooper. This is lesson topic 1.2, environmental protection.